Hello, and welcome back. Okay, so, last time, we got started, and we got through, well, we got our whole party. We haven't finished the first continent, or anything like that, but we did get our full party. So there's that. That's a start. Now, I need to make a note. For the moon. I have been trying my best for the past week to try and get some more folks for the moon. It didn't happen. Still at one person. So what I'm doing instead is, during the whole of Bravely Default, whenever something would run past the end of stream and something would complete between the end of stream and the next stream, I would just leave it there. I wouldn't continue to the next task. That's not happening this time. Because I only have one person helping for the moon, I'm just going to, between streams, I will continue to work on the moon stuff whenever it comes up as complete. So, I already did that. Yeah, Agnes is not playable this time around. We've got our full party, and it's not changing. But I did an additional item between last time and this time, and we're going to continue doing that sort of thing.
Whoa, what's that sound?
You, the pendant! The floor is trembling! The skyhold! It's moving!
They're getting away with Her Holiness! We have to hurry!
Hold your horses, you. Rushing leads to carelessness, and carelessness to trouble.
But Tiz, sir, if we don't move fast, Pope Agnes...
I know, but being fast doesn't mean being careless. I always tell myself, hustle, don't hurry. So let's hustle, everyone. After me, you.
You got it, sir. How's this for hustle? Here we go!
Those two are just full of energy, n'est-ce pas?
You is one thing, but it's not often you see Tiz get so passionate. Now I'm getting fired up too. Just wait, Agnes. We'll get you out of there.
The pendant. You, right? Would you mind if I borrowed that pendant for a minute? Huh? Not at all, sir. But why? It's obvious, isn't it? Why, yes, to me as well. Well, not to me, but of course, you're welcome to it, sir. Thanks, I'll bring it right back. Have fun! Oh, I just remembered, I have something to something to tell Agnes. Yes, and poor Tiz just awoke from a coma. I should go watch over him as well, non? Huh? Wait, you two. Out of the way, you! What I have to tell Agnes is really important. Move it, you! I must offer my protection to Tiz at once! No, I will not let you two pass. I don't know what, but something tells me you're up to no good. I'm back. Huh? What's going on here? Aw, he's back already. Looks like we missed our chance, Idia. Burger!
The skyhold is just on the other side. We're almost there.
This is where we give them gravy! Let's put our powers together and get Pope Agnes out of there!
Afraid I can't let that happen.
It's Jan.
Jan...
I see you've made yourself some new friends. Even managed to dig up 2 warriors of light. Impressive. The Kaiser was right. You're proving a real thorn in our side. Guess I'll just have to take care of you before you cause any real problems.
You know this man, you?
He's my friend. Or was. Before he... No, I still don't want to believe it. Why? Tell me why, Jen. How could you betray us?
I told you, didn't I? I made up my mind a long time ago. That was my plan from the beginning. Reduce the Crystal Guard to shambles, from the inside out. Think what you will of me. The wolf walks his own path. Now enough chit-chat. Let's get this over with. On your guard, you!
$2,000 HP. Blazing Wolf is his attacking stance. Aha. There we go.
Jen, are you all right?
Am I all right? That's what you say to me? Your enemy? What a dupe.
I'm just worried about you.
That's why you're a dupe. And you're about to get burned.
Resurrect!
Just like that.
What?
Took you long enough, old man.
But I am here, am I not? Just as promised.
Sir Nikolai,
You're alive! I thought I'd never see you again!
Nor I you, Master Yu. Yet I fear this will not prove a pleasant reunion for either of us. That is why I warned you, yes, twice, if I recall, to leave this battle behind you.
Sir Nikolai,
I had hoped to spare you the painful truth, but there is no point in concealing it any further. I, too, stand with the Empire.
this can't be. That day in the sanctum, you told me to live. Was it all a lie, Sir Nikolai?
On the contrary, I meant every word. The last thing I wanted was for us to fight, Master Yu. That is why I feigned death as I did. Why I went to such lengths to persuade you to abandon this fight. Yet it seems my actions have had the worst possible outcome. This is of grave import, so I will say it once more for good measure. Master Yu, give up this fight. Ignore my advice, and we will have no choice but to kill you, just as we did our comrades.
Save your breath, old man. Once he set his mind to something, there's no change in it. So stop standing there like a dupe and let's finish this! Holder of the Fencer Asterisk, the Blazing Wolf of the Glance Empire, Jan on guard!
And holder of the Bishop Asterisk, the Empire's stalwart Oryx, Nikolai Nikolanikov.
Jan, Nikolai, the three Cavaliers, our friendship, was it all a lie?
What's so hard to get?
Pull yourself together, you!
That's right, you! We have a battle to fight!
But
You! We're with you!
Right. I am Eugen Iolja, leader of the Crystal Guard's three Cavaliers. No, I am Eugen Iolja, of Agnes's Avengers. And in the name of Her Holiness, I will strike you down!
Examine Nikolai. Miss thankfully strikes the whole party. Going to use 2 ethers on Idia. $1,500 HP for him. I really like the mist. There we go.
You have grown strong indeed, Master Yu.
That what Holy Knight did? Ah, he's back into full health. Oh, whatever. Out of MP. Yes! Finally!
Isn't looking good.
Magnolia gained a level. Idia gained a level. You gained a level. Tiz gained a level. I got an ether and a high potion. And I obtained the Fencer Asterisk. Fencer, a duelist who can change stances to stay on top of any battle. Unleash powerful attacks, favor swords and daggers. Specialty muscle memory, job command, swordplay. And I got the Bishop Asterisk. Bishop. Chant spells twice over to double their potency. Skilled at Holy Magic, favors staves. Specialty, Good Measure. Job command, Holy Magic.
What are you waiting for? finish us off already. Jan... I can't. I just can't.
You never learn, do you?
Falcon Claw! Ah!
You!
That'll have to do. Let's scram, old man.
No! The Skyhold is getting away!
Jan! Nikolai!
And so our paths diverge. Follow the path you will, Master Yu. Even if it means that we must meet again as enemies.
So long, you. Try not to get yourself offed before we meet again.
I already knew that Nikolai was a traitor as well. That was one thing that I actually remembered about this game, but I don't remember a whole lot.
A meeting. That's all it takes. The whims of chance bring you together. Eyes meet. A helping hand is extended. And the course of your life is altered. You laughed together. Cried together. You walked together down the hardest of paths. And then you had to say goodbye.
But do not abandon hope. Life is full of new meetings. And every new meeting is the beginning of a new tale. And in this tale, these four will be your shining stars to guide you through your darkest night.
To be continued. Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Genesis 47. Joseph went and told Pharaoh, "My father and brothers, with their flocks and herds and everything they own, have come from the land of Canaan and are now in Goshen." He chose 5 of his brothers and presented them before Pharaoh. Pharaoh asked the brothers, "What is your occupation?" "Your servants are shepherds," they replied to Pharaoh, "just as our fathers were." They also said to him, "We have come to live here for a while, because the famine is severe in Canaan and your servants' flocks have no pasture. So now, please let your servants settle in Goshen." Pharaoh said to Joseph, "Your father and your brothers have come to you, and the land of Egypt is before you. Settle your father and your brothers in the best part of the land. Let them live in Goshen. And if you know any among them with special ability, put them in charge of my own livestock." Then Joseph brought his father Jacob in and presented him before Pharaoh. After Jacob blessed Pharaoh, Pharaoh asked him, "How old are you?" And Jacob said to Pharaoh, "The years of my pilgrimage are 130. My years have been few and difficult, and they do not equal the years of the pilgrimage of my fathers." Then Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from his presence. So Joseph settled his father and his brothers in Egypt, and gave them property in the best part of the land, the district of Ramses, as Pharaoh directed. Joseph also provided his father and his brothers and all his father's household with food, according to the number of their children. There was no food, however, in the whole region because the famine was severe. Both Egypt and Canaan wasted away because of the famine. Joseph collected all the money that was to be found in Egypt and Canaan in payment for the grain they were buying, and he brought it to Pharaoh's palace. When the money of the people of Egypt and Canaan was gone, all Egypt came to Joseph and said, "Give us food. Why should we die before your eyes? Our money is all gone." "Then bring your livestock," said Joseph. "I will sell you food in exchange for your livestock, since your money is gone." So they brought their livestock to Joseph, and he gave them food in exchange for their horses, their sheep and goats, their cattle and donkeys. And he brought them through that year with food in exchange for all their livestock. When that year was over, they came to him the following year and said, "We cannot hide from our lord the fact that since our money is gone and our livestock belongs to you, there is nothing left for our lord except our bodies and our land. Why should we perish before your eyes? We and our land as well. Buy us and our land in exchange for food, and we with our land will be in bondage to Pharaoh. Give us seed so that we may live and not die. and that the land may not become desolate. So Joseph bought all the land in Egypt for Pharaoh. The Egyptians, one and all, sold their fields because the famine was too severe for them. The land became Pharaoh's, and Joseph reduced the people to servitude, from one end of Egypt to the other. However, he did not buy the land of the priests, because they received a regular allotment from Pharaoh and had food enough from the allotment Pharaoh gave them. This is why they did not sell their land. Joseph said to the people, "Now that I have bought you and your land today for Pharaoh, here is the seed for you so you can plant the ground. But when the crop comes in, give a fifth of it to Pharaoh. The other 4/5 you may keep as seed for the fields and as food for yourselves and your households and your children." "You have saved our lives," they said. "May we find favor in the eyes of our Lord. We will be in bondage to Pharaoh." So Joseph established it as law concerning land in Egypt, still in force today, that a fifth of the produce belongs to Pharaoh. It was only the land of the priests that did not become Pharaoh's. Now the Israelites settled in Egypt in the region of Goshen. They acquired property there and were fruitful, and increased greatly in number. Jacob lived in Egypt 17 years, and the years of his life were 147. When the time drew near for Israel to die, he called for his son Joseph and said to him, "If I have found favor in your eyes, put your hand under my thigh, and promise that you will show me kindness and faithfulness. Do not bury me in Egypt, but when I rest with my fathers, carry me out of Egypt and bury me where they are buried." "I will do as you say," he said. "Swear to me," he said. Then Joseph swore to him, and Israel worshipped as he leaned on the top of his staff. May God bless the reading of his word. I love this. This is the promotional video that they used for this game, actually. Chapter 1. When duty calls, who will answer?
The sea grows angry, but nothing shall deter a swordmaster from his quest. Mark my words, brave. You will be avenged. Patience, Tsubaki. We shall reach our quarry in due time. But first, we must hurry to the aid of my pupil. Let us be off.
The Skyhold is gone.
Those two were your friends?
More than friends. Jan and Nikolai were my closest companions. We were the three Cavaliers, brothers in arms till the end of our days. But at least, that's what I thought. Forgive me, everyone. Agnes's kidnapping, my friend's betrayal, This is all my fault.
Don't put the weight of the world on your shoulders like that, you. You've had it tougher than any of us.
Écoute-moi, you. No matter who turns against you, I'll always be here.
Me too. After all, we're friends brought together by a common cause.
Friends. Thank you.
Nah, don't mention it. Now, who's ready to go kick some Imperial behind?
Agnes, can you tell where the Skyhold's heading?
Oh, well, no, it's difficult to say.
Can you see anything from the window? Anything that could give us a hint?
Just the blue of the ocean stretching as far as the eye can see.
Nothing but ocean.
What's this? A flock of migratory birds?
Birds? What do they look like?
Remember, Tiz
They're
knows
quite
all about
striking,
this.
really, with green feathers, red crests, and long pointed tails.
That sounds an awful lot like the Harena starling.
Ah,
Amazing, sir. You're a living, breathing field guide.
indeed.
And they seem to be flying south, or east, or is that west?
I see your sense of direction is as reliable as ever, Agnes.
Forgive me. The air seems to be growing warmer and warmer.
Agnes, that's a great help. Tell us if you notice anything else.
I certainly shall.
Now let's put together everything we know. The Skyhold has left Eternia for warmer climes. From the window, Anya saw a flock of starlings. That can only mean one thing. The Skyhold is bound for the continent of Harena.
There's an ocean between us and Harena. We're going to need a boat.
Then we should go to the port in Gathladio. They'll have a ship for us there.
Gathladio, seat of crystalism. So we're headed to Gathladio. What is it, Tiz? Oh, it's nothing really. I just thought that Eternia was all highlands, locked away by the mountain ranges. I never knew it had a port city, too. It surprises a lot of people. Gathladio is the only port city on the Eternian continent, after all. It's kind of like Eternia's front door. Its front door? How so? For most of history, there was no way to enter Eternia except through Gathladio. Back in the days before airships were invented. Yeah, and the Orthodoxy still ruled the land. Gathladio was the first city built to honor the Earth Crystal, the very seat of crystalism. Gathladio is also where the Crystal Guard was formed, and it's home to the Gate of the Faithful, now a popular tourist attraction. The city was once a fort, right? The gate was the only way in. I know my father struggled over whether to tear it down or not. Come to think of it, that's all I know about Gathladio. I guess I'm no better than you here. No surprise, I guess, what with the Duchy and the Orthodoxy being at war for so long. Yes, we were enemies then, but not now, and not ever again. I couldn't agree more. Well, I know the city is famous for more than just history. It's also the birthplace of Gathla tiramisu, right? You know it. Don't forget a slice of Gathladio Gâteau. It goes wonderfully with a refreshing Gathladio latte. Oh, and also it's so heavenly. When we get there, I want to head straight to the nearest cafe. Haha, maybe after we find ourselves a boat. Onward!
So this is where you grew up? You?
I can just see you running up and down the streets. I bet you slipped on that hill over there and scraped your knee.
I don't remember scraping my knee. Actually, I don't remember much at all about my childhood. Just that I didn't go outside much.
What? What sort of kid doesn't play outside?
Well, I liked reading books and that sort of thing, you know? What did you do outside if you feel that strongly about it?
Sword fights, of course.
Of course? No, I mean when you were younger. Didn't you play with dolls? Throw them tea parties?
No, I played at sword fighting. There wasn't a kid in the neighborhood that could stand up to me.
Okay, so, what about when you were older? I suppose you were into social dancing and your studies by then?
Nope.
No, sword fighting. It was more training than playing at that point, though.
Oh, the fuss.
Good gravy.
That sounds like Idia.
Yep.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You, where's our boat?
The docks are right this way. Follow me, everyone.
Well, if it isn't young Master Yu, what brings you to the docks today?
My friends and I are bound for Harena. We're in need of a sturdy vessel.
Aye, indeed. I fear the Imperial attack has left my docks in shambles. Not a single seaworthy vessel remains.
Oh dear. Well then, I suppose we have no choice. We'll just have to swim.
Are you crazy? Harena must be hundreds of leagues away.
We must not let that discourage us.
We mustn't give up without even trying.
Yes, we must. Yu's optimism is rubbing off on her.
I see my student is as spirited as ever.
Hey!
Says who?
Isn't that...
Master? Master, you're alive!
Master? Idiot?
Just so. I am Nobutsuna Kami-Izumi, a disciple of the Way of the Sword.
Everything I know about swordsmanship I learned from Master Kami-Izumi. Master, when I last saw you, I thought you were... I'm just glad to see you safe.
What brings you here, Kami-Izumi? Sir?
The wind carried to me tidings of great peril in the duchy. The master that turns a blind eye when his student is in danger is a poor master indeed.
You couldn't have come at a better time, Master. As it happens, we're in a real pickle.
Pickle?
We need to get to Harena, but after the Empire's attack, there isn't a boat to be found.
Worry no more, for I have a vessel of my own. You may consider it yours.
Truly, Master? I don't know how to thank you.
We depart at dawn. Prepare your belongings.
Aye, aye, Master.
Oh, but before we set sail, could you show us the sanctum?
Of course. But why?
I want to see with my own eyes the halls where Anya has forged the way for peace.
Tis? It would be my pleasure, sir.
Idia's master. Sorry for the wait. Oh, Idia, are you sure you don't need to take a little longer? I'm sure. I told my master about the ceremony and what happened to my father. I've wanted to ask, but Idia, what did happen to your father? You okay? I don't know. They didn't find his body at the sanctum, or Alternus's. Don't give up hope. Two mighty warriors like them? I'm sure they made it through. Thanks, Tiz. I'm trying to keep up hope. So where's Master Kami-Izumi now? Beats me. He wandered off looking for dried sardines. Dried... sardines? Fort Loon's new beginning. Wow, helping to rebuild Magnolia's home? Talk about a big responsibility. Where do we even get started? Magnolia, could you tell us more about Fort Loon, was it? Oui. First of all, you'll find 4 major types of facilities at Fort Loon. There's item workshops, shipyards, bioplants, and last but not least, special move research labs. If the rebuilding effort is to succeed, we'll need to start by setting up these facilities. I have a good idea of what item workshops are all about, but did you say shipyards? I sure did. Shipyards produce buster ships, like the one I came into to Luxembourg in. They're essential to our anti-ball defense system. Wait, Magnolia. Let me get that down. Anti-ball defense system. Check. Now, what about these bioplants? Bioplants produce food for the residents of Fort Loon. There's only a few people now, so they're getting by without them, but once we start rebuilding, the population is going to skyrocket. Yes, at least that's our hope. And special move research labs? Those sound awfully, special. What? And a head like you, and you don't know about special move research labs? They research special moves that can be used in battle, and all sorts of parts to make them even more useful. I think. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Itty is exactly right. Amazing, sir. Ma'am? So wait a minute. What about weapon and armor shops? I'm afraid we don't have anything like that on the moon. Huh, go figure. Well, I think I get the big picture, more or less. Now it's just a matter of figuring out which facilities we want to rebuild, and to what extent. Well, I'm up to the challenge. Let's give him gravy.
Uther!
Sir, you live! When I heard you'd gone off after the Kaiser on your own, I feared the worst.
As did I, Uther. I was certain that Jan had...
When I saw Sir Jan turn against us, I ran.
There's no shame in that, Uther. You did well to outrun him.
Well, I didn't so much outrun him as... I slipped and fell into a gully.
Hey, it happens to us all.
And washed downstream. And swept clear out to sea.
Oh.
I only recently made my way back here.
What an ordeal. What matters most is that you're safe.
Thank you, Sir Yu. By the way, have you news of Sir Nikolai? He has yet to return.
I fear he won't be returning. Nikolai has gone over to the Empire as well.
What? This cannot be!
I couldn't believe it either, until my sword met his staff in battle. Sending you all after the Skyhold, even the attack on the ceremony may have been by his design.
Oh!
To think, Sir Nikolai too has betrayed us. And so the once proud Crystal Guard comes to an end.
My brothers in arms! Who's to say this is the end?
But Sir Yu, Her Holiness has been kidnapped, and two of our boldest now fight for our foe. You see before you the remainder of the Crystal Guard. What hope is left for us?
Still, this isn't the end. I won't let it be the end.
Sir Yu!
Our brothers have fallen, but we live, do we not? Yes, we live to fight on, and as long as we keep hope in our hearts, we can fight back, over and over again if we must, until the day we deliver our coup de gravy!
Sir Yu is right. We may be battered, but we are not beaten.
Yes, there is still much to be done. We must not give up hope.
Starting today, starting with us, the Crystal Guard shall be reborn. Your words give us strength, Sir Yu. Truly, you are the heir to House Gideolja. With you to lead us, I have no doubt that the Crystal Guard will rise again.
Thank you, Uther. But I fear I can't stay here with you. Her Holiness needs my help. The three Cavaliers may be no more, but their duties remain. Saving Pope Agnes and rebuilding the Crystal Guard will both be great tasks, in no small measure.
And we will defend Gathlatio with our lives, Sir Yu. Aye, for this is our duty as well. Let the Kaiser come. We'll knock that flying castle of his clear out of the skies. With just us? I like those odds.
That was some speech, Yu. I laughed, I cried.
You think so? It was nothing, really.
Is somebody blushing?
Come on, quit it.
This brings back memories.
Memories?
Of Agnes. In Ansheim, she spoke to the people of Awakening the Wind. And in Forum, of the depth of her friendship, again and again. Just like you.
It does bring back memories, but comparing Yu's speech to Agnes's?
On the contrary, it was marvelous, Yu. Our emotions, our passions can move the hearts of others. We live to fight on, and fight we shall, over and over if we must. Your optimism has given your comrades hope, where hope was lost.
But I didn't do anything special.
Sure you did. Not that I'd expect any less from the founder of Agnes's Avengers.
Agnes's Avengers?
That's nothing. Really, forget about it.
Kapow! Mr. Oblivious strikes again!
I'm counting on you. Just don't overdo it, okay?
Yes, Your Holiness.
I don't know about Idia, but I thought you were wonderful in there, you.
Thanks. Nobody's ever said anything like that to me before. I think I'm gonna melt.
Oh la la, you! You're as red as a beet.
Don't make fun of me. Come on, we leave tomorrow, so let's go back to my place and get some rest.
C'est délicieux. It's positively scrumptious. What's this dish, you?
That would be saucy squidding spaghettini, my young lady from the moon. It's a House Geniolja speciality.
Squid?
Yeah, squid. You know, those slimy guys with all the legs? Don't you have them on the moon?
Probably not.
Idia, your teeth are pitch black. And everyone knows there are no squid on the moon. Only octopuses.
Your teeth are nice and inky too, Tiz. But we don't have any octopuses on the moon either.
So good.
You can say that again. This paella de Gethladia was something else.
You actually understood what she said?
More or less.
Wow, even your ears are extraordinary.
So this is what you expect of a home-cooked meal. I'll have to get the recipes.
Is something the matter, Magnolia?
C'est rien. Don't mind me.
Huh?
All right, my belly's full of goodies, and now it's time to hit the hay. The Agnes League sets off at dawn.
It's Agnes's Avengers. Please remember it correctly, Idia. You too, sir.
Right. What you said.
And it came to be that my new companions and I set off on a quest to rescue Her Holiness from the clutches of the dastardly Kaiser. Though our journey will doubtless be a long and trying one, I have no doubt that with teamwork and cooperation, we will prevail. Agnes's Avengers. Such was the name I bestowed upon our merry band. In truth, at first I was unsure about the moniker. But my friends have taken quite a liking to it, which fills me to no end with pride.
I don't think that's
Idia, in particular,
entirely true.
seems especially impressed with my creativity.
No.
Says who?
No,
What are you writing, you? I keep seeing you scribbling in there.
just making notes in my diary. I always wanted to be a scholar. Old habits die hard, I guess.
A scholar? Who'd have thunk?
Well, you don't have to be so surprised about it.
Still, keeping a mission log is a good idea. Perhaps I could write something too?
Me too! Me too!
What? But why? Oh, this is too much. Tiz, do something, sir, please.
All right, listen up, everyone. We'll use different colors to tell who's writing what. I call dibs on green.
But, sir?
Fair! Oh, fine, I call orange.
I hope there's a blue.
But of course, young lady.
Where do those pens come from? Alfred!
That settles it! Yu's diary is now everyone's diary!
What? Oh, all right, fine.
And this is how we get the different colors in the bestiary.
This is our boat?
Yep.
Don't be silly, Idia.
None other.
Master, let me get this straight. This is...
Our vessel.
Tu plaisante! I don't believe it! An ultra-compact marine vessel! Who knew that Luxembourg had such advanced technology?
Advanced?
Whoa, 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 but if we set out in this, we'll be castaways in no time.
This boat has carried me safely across the oceans. A finer vessel I have never known.
What if we hit a big wave? We'll end up as fish food!
A finer vessel I have never known.
Relax. I'm sure there's more to the boat than meets the eye. Right, sir?
Worry not. This boat has served me well in my travels. It may not look like much, but it will not go down easily. Isn't that so, Tsubaki?
Master, I've been meaning to ask, but... what's with the cat?
Tsubaki has been my fast companion in my journey across these realms. You have no fears about our vessel, do you, Tsubaki? And that settles that. Board this vessel as if you were boarding a mighty galleon.
Comment? What settles what now?
I'm not so sure about this either.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I
Master
guess.
Kami Izumi says it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Probably.
Right, let's trust him. I'm sure it'll all work out. Somehow.
We've entered Harena, Your Majesty.
Excellent. All is proceeding as it should.
Which brings us to the next stage of our plan. We have 2 matters to attend to here, yes?
The first objective is as I explained to the 2 of you. I trust you will not let me down.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Which brings us to the matter of the compass.
Our men on the ground are investigating as we speak.
What about you? Knowing him, he won't sit still for long.
The boy will bother us no more. You know who will see to that.
With all due respect, Your Majesty, are you certain the individual in question is up to the task?
I deny your words and your worries, Nikolai. The one you speak of is an experienced assassin. You will be dead before he knows it himself. Isn't that so, Bismarck?
Easy, Tiger.
You is not your concern. See to your own duties.
Roger that.
As you command, Your Majesty.
Ah, another leak!
Quickly, plug the hole, Lydia.
Me again? Like I don't already have my hands and feet full!
Here, Idia. I'll take over. Watch out, sir! Don't stand all of a sudden like that.
Yes, stay low. And take care not to rock the boat, lest we capsize.
Here, let's just bail as fast as we can. Right.
Tidal wave of 4.
A mighty galley in my behind!
Oui, Luxembourg sure is a blast.
Well, I'm glad one of us is having fun.
Why wouldn't I be? I've never been on a ship like this before.
Well, they don't have oceans on the moon, you see.
Exactement. An adventure on the high seas. Nothing but blue waves, stretching all the way to the horizon. What's this?
One fish, 2 fish, meow, fish, mew, fish.
I can explain, Magnolia. You see, the girl is merely fishing. Wait, fishing?
A girl fishing alone in the middle of the ocean? That's a bit odd.
Ahoy, little girl! What are you doing out here?
Meow. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm out in my catamaran fishing. For fish, you know. My little kitties at home are counting on me for a moist and delicious feast.
Ah, a fellow cat fancier, I see. I recognize your good taste.
Aren't we getting along swimmingly?
That's what I'm meowing about. Cats are just the best, don't you think? And look, what a precious little kitty you have there.
This is Tsubaki, my loyal companion. We met on the road, so I cannot be certain. But in my estimation, he's a purebred Highland foal of some 12 years of age.
Master, that's a plain old tabby if I ever saw one.
Yep.
A Highland foal.
You're a cute little kitty, aren't you? Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Minette has a treat from you.
Is something the matter, Tsubaki?
What?
Look out!
Master!
I don't like the look in those eyes.
I thought he was a cute little kitty, but meow! What a sour puss! I'll be going, meow. Exit stage left.
Look out, you!
Ah!
Tsubaki! Worry not. I struck with the blunt side of my blade.
Whatever got into him?
Master! Are you hurt?
How could I be so careless?
The wound is deep. He needs medical attention, and fast. Let's find somewhere to go ashore.
There's a city not far from here. Alcampus, Land of Learning. Let's hurry there.
Campus, Land of Learning.
The dormitory is just down the street. There should be someone there to tend to Master Kami Izumi's wounds.
You sure know your way around town, you.
I would hope so. After all, I'm an El Campus alumnus.
That would explain it. Now let's keep moving. Whoops! Excuse-moi.
Ow, ow, ow! Are you blind, woman? You have some gall to obstruct the path of Pudgius Bismal, 5-star scholar. Not a single star on you. Ha! I figured you for a simpleton the moment I laid eyes on you. Well, don't you have something to say for yourself? Fine, I shall deign to overlook your transgressions this time. Now be gone from my sight, wench.
Wench?
We're blowhard.
Yeah, not the most pleasant fellow. What was that 5-star business he was going on about?
You saw the 5 stars on his hat, didn't you? Everyone in El Campus is assigned a star ranking representing their status in school and society. With 5 stars, he's rather high in the ranks.
I guess stars and common courtesy don't always go hand in hand.
Tell me about it. If all the high-ranking types are such insufferable jerks, you can keep them away from me.
Well, I'm sure they're not all so bad.
Yeah, he probably
now,
has like 10
let's get
stars
Master
or
Kami
something.
Izumi to the dormitory.
Hey, do you guys know the tale? Satanta did take up the blade, and still the people were so afraid. No friends had poor Satanta made. Why, Satanta, why? Dub Sangland had to sigh. Then he gave the reason why. Own the skills the gods you gave. Master Shield and Master Blade. Perhaps that's how true friends are made.
Martha, it's wonderful to see you again. It's me, you, Jenny Olja.
Oh, you. What a pleasant surprise.
This is Martha, the house mother. Martha, these are my friends.
A pleasure to meet you all. What brings you back to El Campus, you?
This gentleman here, he was wounded in battle and...
heavens! Let's get you into bed. You, be a dear and fetch me a poultice.
Right.
And there. That should do it. Some good bed rest and he'll be back on his feet in no time. Whew! Oh, thank goodness. That's a load off my mind.
Oh, Martha, how can we ever thank you?
Think nothing of it. I'm just happy to see you again. You'll be staying for a while, yes?
Well, how could I forget? You haven't seen a flying castle in these parts, have you, Martha?
Why, I most certainly did. It caused quite the stir here in town.
What, do you remember which way it went?
Oh, I'm afraid not. It vanished from sight so quickly.
Let's ask around. There must be someone in town who can tell us something.
What a shameful defeat. Ah, and on that note, did any of you happen to see a figure in green? If you do encounter him, I ask you to inform me. I owe that man my thanks. I don't know who he's talking about.
So you lived in that dormitory, you?
For 4 whole years. Now campus is like a second home to me. The land of learning has a different sort of atmosphere, but it's a great place to live.
Marvelou. If I only could have met you in your student days, Hugh.
Well, I haven't really changed all that much.
Land of learning. Huh. I guess there must be a big school around here, right?
There sure is. Or rather, I should say that the city itself makes up one giant school. Anything and everything about life in our campus revolves around study and students.
For example?
Well, let's see. Almost the entire population of the city is made up of students, faculty, administrators, and school employees. And look at the buildings around you. Bookstores, stationery stores, cafeterias, all catering to students.
Wow. So it's not a school built to serve the city, but a city built to serve the school.
Exactly, sir. I couldn't have put it better myself.
You? You? What did you study while you were here?
No, just the usual liberal arts. You know, biology, physiology, psychology, theology, immunology, polemology.
Those are not liberal arts.
What else was there?
Those are not
right.
the liberal
Historical
arts.
phantasmology, military musicology, alchemic cytology, political monology.
That's a lot of ology.
Holy moly. It's a wonder you can fit all that in your head.
Yeah, and
I just
he did
enjoyed
it in 4
studying, I
years.
guess.
Tu plaisante. You say you liked studying? For the first time, I feel like I don't understand you at all.
Go figure. And here I had you pegged for one of us.
One of... What do you mean? What am I then? Why aren't you answering?
You're a spoiled egghead.
What's that look for? Come on, give me a break. Anyway, we came here to ask about the Skyhold, right? So, let's get asking.
Look who's back.
The sheer nerve! A 3-star ninny like yourself dares disobey a direct order from your superior?
But...
Is that Rifa?
A friend?
Rifa was an underclassman when I was here. Hey, you!
The Bismol family owns half the land in our campus, you know. The school's endowment depends on Daddy's contributions. And still, you have the gall to refuse me?
I just think you should do your own assignments. Besides, I have my own research to attend to.
Are you talking back to me, you 3-star scrub? I'll have you expelled!
Leave me alone!
She's crying.
Not only a simpleton, but a coward as well. I'll just have to find someone else. A 1 or 2-star who knows her place.
Well, that's a jerk.
They ought to pop him one in that mealy kisser!
Wait, idiot!
So, who gave that puffed-up poobah 5 stars anyway?
Originally, stars were awarded purely for academic achievements. These days, though, there are many factors. lineage, for example.
Lineage?
Yeah, wealthy families make generous donations to the school. In return, the children of those families receive extra stars.
So, it's a token of gratitude?
Something like that. The point is, a student's ranking doesn't necessarily have to do with their scholastic aptitude. Some students use their stars as an excuse to bully those they see as beneath them.
Sounds like a silly system to me.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is. I should go check on Rifa. I'll bet she's gone back to the Spire, just like old times.
I don't care if he has 5 stars or 500. Why can't that oaf just leave me alone? He couldn't be more different from the 5-star gentleman I used to know.
Rifa!
You? Oh, you! I'm so happy to see you!
Whoa! Rifa! Rifa, settle down.
Arrête! Just a minute! What do you think you're doing to you?
Oh my most sincere apologies. I couldn't help myself. Just when I was thinking of you, here he is.
Oh, he does have 5 stars.
Thinking of you? What do you mean, thinking?
Pudgius was bullying me, like he always does. And before I knew it, my mind was drifting to happier days with you.
Happier days? With you?
Man alive, Magnolia, calm down! You was always so kind to us. He was a 5-star, but he never judged others by the number of stars on their caps. If only more 5-stars could be like him, instead of that insufferable Pudgius.
Wow. You were a 5-star student too, you?
Oh, a 5-star knight in shining armor?
That's not funny. Rifa, I couldn't help but hear you mention your research. What are you studying these days?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Lately, I can't get enough of ballology.
Ball?
The study of balls?
Huh? Like the round, bouncy ones? Or
like, you know. Allow the 3-star ballologist Rifa to explain. Oh, and feel free to take notes. Balls are monstrous supernatural entities, lords of monsters, so to speak, possessed of unspeakable power. Or so the legends say. No one had ever actually seen a ball, so they were thought to be mere fantasy. Until just over 1 year ago. A massive living organism came hurtling down from the heavens, crashing here on Luxemdark and causing great destruction across the land. From its resemblance to the monsters of legend, people came to call it a ball. Ever since, scholars in El Campus have been working tirelessly to learn more about this fearsome entity.
Whoa, how frightening.
So what did this ball do after it came crashing down here? As far as we can tell, it hasn't moved a muscle since. Scholars believe that it must be sleeping. Doesn't sound like a problem to me. What's there to study? You suggest that we simply sit by and do nothing? Preposterous! The balls of legend are horrific creatures possessed of unspeakable power. If such a creature were to waken, the entire world would be in danger.
well then, it sounds to me like somebody should take care of this thing while it's still sleeping. Do you know where we can find this ball?
Through my research, I've been able to pinpoint the precise location of impact. But it's a very dangerous place, you see. Far too dangerous for a student like myself to investigate alone.
I see. It's a bit of a detour, but why don't we go investigate this ball together? If what Rifa says is true, the threat is too great to ignore.
Truly? I would be happy to take you there. You do not mind if I go with you, yes? It would mean so much for my research. So very, very much.
All right, if you insist. Lead the way.
School days with you. So, Rifa, you must have all kinds of stories about you student days, huh? Most certainly. You and Jan were always the talk of the school. You were frightfully popular. He was? I mean, they were? Tell me more! Jan had a wild air about him, and he was such a swordsman. The girls in the upper classes were especially fond of him. When he graduated early and left us, you could hear the cries of despair echoing across our campus. Then he went off to drive a gang of bandits out of Anshine. There were quite a few cries of despair there, too. Enough about what's his name. Tell us more about you! Of course. That look in her eyes, it's as frightening as a ball. Let's see now. You was... Come on now, Rifa. Some things are better left unsaid. Don't worry, Magnolia. I'll handle this one. You get the dirt. Hey, Idia, let me go! Ow! My cheek doesn't stretch that far. Merci, Idia. Now that we've taken care of that little obstacle, why don't you just spill all the juicy details to Big Sis here, Yes, with pleasure. Just please don't kill me. Well, you was a star student, and always very kind to others. He was quite popular here. Though I hear he had problems dealing with older women. He what? Especially the, sexy types. He was hopeless around them. Sexy ones? But he was always helping us underclassmen, discussing books with us in the library or helping with our assignments. We all thought he was just the best. Or is something the matter? Nothing. Nothing at all. Ow! Idia, give it a break already! Huh? What's wrong, Magnolia? It's nothing. Nothing at all.
So tell me, you, what's our campus famous for?
Well, let's see. It has the largest student population in Luxembourg. Oh, and the largest library.
I don't think you understood the question.
What Idia meant to say is, what sort of food is Al Campus famous for?
I see. Well, Al Campus is a city of students, so...
Oh, how many times do I have to say it? I don't care about...
I was getting there. Because there are so many students, Al Campus is famous for one-handed snacks.
One-handed?
Well, look around. See how everyone has a book in one hand and food in the other?
So students can eat without interrupting their studies.
Yep.
Precisely, sir. Everything from sandwiches and rice balls to edible cups of curry rice. But most famous of all is... Ooh, right over there, that street vendor. Al Campo noodles.
Noodles? Now we're talking.
It's cup of noodles.
I'll be right back.
Wait, what does that sign say? Sold out.
Oh, and I was all ready to nosh on some noodles.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? What is this strange feeling? This sticky, ever so slightly irritating sensation. What is that? You? What is this thing? You?
I told you, Idia, there's nothing I can do. Sold out means sold out.
What is that demon doing there?
Come closer? You?
Well, how about that smart and spicy spare rib? That sounds just as tasty.
I wouldn't if I were you, sir. I ate there once, and... the less we say about that, the better.
Well, what do you want from me? Take this?
Persevere, and thine efforts will be rewarded. Glory be to the Chomp
Hey, Magnolia! Huh? What's wrong? You're as white as a ghost.
What was that?
The Owl Man. He gave this to me.
Owl man? This shabby old sack? Of scissors, cotton, binding, brushes...
Oh, this! I remember this!
Chompcrafts. Wait, there's something written on the back. Ooh, egads, what a mess.
Greetings, friends to the Chomp! Wield the Chompcrafts within to create Chompers galore! Send forth Chompers to gain greater Chomp and upgrade your Chompcrafts! Craft more and more Chompers, that the village of Chompshire may flourish and the flame of Chomp burn anew! Oh, glory! Glory to the Chomp! May the Chomp chomp on forevermore!
You can make little
I think I'm more
plushies with
confused
this.
than ever.
That's what's going on.
I guess he wants us to make plush chompers.
Yep.
Look, there's an instruction manual of sorts.
They are cute. They are cute little
That could be
monsters.
fun.
So.
I say we give it a shot.
Yeah, me too.
Yay,
Chompers? Chomping on forevermore? Quelle horreur.
Did someone say chump? Watch and play! Why not take a breather from adventuring to make plush chompers for fun and profit? Bring up the Chompcraft window, and you and his friends will work tirelessly as long as you keep your Nintendo 3DS open. So sell profit. You can make good coin by stitching up cute and cuddly versions of the curious creatures we call chompers. To get started, tap the Chompcraft icon on the map menu. Basic Chompcraft. Watch our heroes at work. Cutting, stuffing, gluing, and finishing, each of our heroes has an important job. As you watch your 4 busy workers, they'll make stuffed chompers and fill the pack on the lower screen. Chompers for sale. Touch sell to ship all the toys in a pack and earn Chomp currency, CP. Rack up enough sales, and one day you might retire a Chomp billionaire. So, yeah, you basically just sit here and wait. You can spend CP to make it faster. Steel Scissors! A sturdy pair of scissors suitable for cutting any material. Increase production rate to 2 for 20 seconds. Stiff Stuffing, 10 CP. Stiff, recycled cotton that has been washed in soap and water. Slightly increases selling price for 15 seconds. Good Glue, sweet smelling glue with above average adhesive properties. Shorten drying time to 19 seconds for 20 seconds. Master's Brush. With this brush, anyone can be an artist, or so they say. Increase rare chomper production to about 10% for 15 seconds. Standard Snack, 5,000 CP. Increase efficiency to 150%. Once acquired, you cannot return to the prior snack level. Exchange rate, level 1, 50,000 CP. Exchange 10,000 CP for 1 pig. So I'm going to leave this here until the snack time thing fills up, so you can see what we do here. And this is really annoying that it takes so much time, but it does, and I'm going to be doing this between streams as well. I'm not going to be doing this on stream, because that's a bit much. I do like the funny animation up top, though. But yeah, you just basically have to... Ooh, a rare one! That's nice. So yeah, you basically just have to sit here until you're ready to sell. Then you sell them, you get your CP. Hey! You unlocked a new music. Menu theme, event, a conversation, and world map walking. Intermediate Chompcraft. Tools of the trade. A worker is only as good as his tools. Upgrade our heroes' items and watch their productivity soar. Tap the lower left arrow to visit the Chompcraft shop. Upgrade your tools. Touch the tool icon to upgrade to a tool of higher quality. It'll cost CP, so be sure that it's worth what you're paying. A well-deserved reward. The reward gauge rises with every chomper made. When it's full, tap it to treat your workers to a hard-earned, morale-boosting snack. Chompcraft overview. Full pack, time to sell. Reward gauge maxed out, give your workers a treat. This is all you need to know to start chomping your way to fame and fortune. Also, try combining rewards and tool upgrades. Jukebox. Get in mood with music. Feel like chomping to a different tune? Press the X button to open the jukebox screen. You can also press the Y button to open the options screen and change various settings. New tunes to chomp to. If your pack price at sale meets certain conditions, you might receive new music. You'll also get more musical options as you progress through the story, so be sure to check back often. Time-saving shortcuts. For a quick and easy song selection, just use the L and R buttons. You can also use the Y button to toggle sound effects on and off. Enjoy the music! Advanced Chompcraft. Sales bonuses. You can earn special bonuses for your packs depending on what's in them. For example, full, every slot filled, tricolor, 3 rare types, all green, all normal toys. Tools of the Trade 1. Scissors are useful for boosting production. Sharp scissors can snip through many layers of cloth. Good quality stuffing boosts the price of a single toy, even if the outside is no different. Waiting for glue to dry can be a real drag on production. Fast drying glue means more toys made in less time. Brushes boost rarity. A good brush allows for more detailed painting. Sometimes a real work of art comes off the line. Investment strategies. Scissors and glue improve efficiency, while stuffing and brushes increase sale price. If you're in a rush, boost speed. If you have time, go for quality. A top toy tycoon knows when and where to invest resources for the best results. Type and rarity. Green is normal, blue is rare, orange is super rare, peach is ultra rare, silver is rare, and gold is rare. Sales bonuses. Half full, you've half filled a pack. Full, you've completely filled a pack. Tricolor. Pack includes at least one each of 3 different rare ratings. Normal, rare, super rare, and ultra rare. Double tricolor. Pack includes at least 2 of each of the 3 different rare ratings. Triple tricolor. Pack includes at least 3 of each of 3 different rare ratings. Quadcolor. Pack includes at least 1 each of all 4 rare ratings. Double quadcolor. Pack includes at least 2 each of all 4 rare ratings. Triple quadcolor. Pack includes at least 3 each of all 4 rare ratings. All green. Your entire pack is composed of toys rated N. Gold and silver receive a 5% bonus for every gold toy, and a 2% bonus for every silver toy in your pack. I'll go to the snack time thing. one more time, and then we're going to close this. Actually curious. Aha, yeah, it auto-sells. Okay. We got new music, Gathel audio, and theme of the Empire. Alright, so for your report, we spent 4 minutes here. Sales, 750 CP. Profit, 750. Top-selling batch, 600. Output, 3 CP per second. Chomp, chomp away! Mouth goes here, and the arms go... Or are those legs? This is trickier than it looks. I'll say, is it really worth the trouble? Why, of course it is! Just look at how cute they are! And so fluffy and cuddly! Wait, Magnolia, how did you make that? Come on, let me see! Wag, watch where you're pointing those scissors, idiot! Anyhow, I'm sure we'll all pick it up in no time. You got it, sir. Let's give it our all, and go for the gravy. So yeah, that's another thing I'll be doing between streams. Thankfully that runs at the same time as the Fort Loon construction.
Need water.
Bah! They just keep coming! Go on! After her! Sir!
What's he up to?
The Jackal, scourge of the desert, and holder of the Thief Asterisk. He and his band of rogues once took orders from Eternia, but went into hiding after falling to Idia and her friends. His abrasive attitude can frighten those who do not know him. But there is something more to this diamond in the rough. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Not that way, you old bat!
Hey, that's enough! What do you think you're doing?
I said watch out for the quicksand!
Oh.
Hey, you got something to say, you shrew? Wait, I know you. From before. Look, if you can't tell, I'm freaking busy here. Don't just stand there looking stupid. Lend a hand already.
A hand? Okay.
He's guiding people away from danger.
It's finally quieting down.
About time. I need a break. This is way harder than thieving.
You know, I thought you were at it again. Bullying innocent folk in the desert, I mean. But you're actually helping them. And making sure they reach the oasis safely. There are so many people looking for water. I suppose that means the situation hasn't improved, huh?
Oh, correct.
It was better for a while. Water was cheap. And the little people didn't have to grovel or steal just to quench their thirst. But now, the underground river channels are running dry. We lost 3 oases to the sands just since the beginning of the year.
Ooh.
Could it be something happened to the gem?
The gem?
Yeah, the Wellspring gem. If you're from the desert, you know about it. Ask anyone, even the kids. They'll tell you it's the source of all the water out here. Of course, it's probably just a fairy tale, right? Hey, stop shoving and wait your turn!
Sorry, sir. Won't happen again.
Wow, you're really in charge here.
Yeah, well, just call me head of desert security. A no-good ruffian like myself.
Moving up in the world, huh?
Someone rounded up all the street urchins and gave me and my crew some honest work to do.
Yay!
Hey! How many times do I have to tell you, stay out of the quicksand, you stupid brat?
Sorry, boss. Alavas, what a lovely story.
The Wellspring gem. I remember learning about it in one of my folklore classes.
I bet there'll be tomes and other records about it back in El Campus.
I'll look into it the next time we're there.
Oh, for cripe's sake, stop bawling and pull yourself together!
So there we have it. The oases are drying up, water is running low, and the reason may lie with this wellspring gem.
The Prime Minister's plan. Jackal is head of desert security? That's a pretty bold move. A bold move? Yeah, by the Prime Minister. Appointing a bandit to police the desert? It's like asking a fox to watch the chicken coop. Maybe, but I can see the logic. Who knows the other bandits and how they work better than the Jackal? As soon as they try to make a move, he'll know about it. Set a thief to catch a thief, and all that. Though it is risky, of course. Right? Putting a man like that in charge of people's belongings. Lives, even. Oh, wait, the kids! What about them? Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't think the Prime Minister would be that devious. You think he's holding the orphans hostage in town to keep the Jackal in line? I can't say for sure, but it's definitely not out of the question. I don't know. The Prime Minister seemed like such an easygoing guy. When you're responsible for an entire nation, you can't afford to play nice all the time. Yes, I know, but still, it seems so drastic. I am the Guardian of the Sands, and I am Princess Ariane of the Moon Desert. You shall never take my land from me. Good grief, are those two playing pretend? Listen, let's keep this little chat to ourselves, okay? We don't want to reopen old wounds. Got it. Say farewell, wicked Princess of the Moon Desert. Bye!
Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? I didn't expect to find you here. Is nowhere safe from your menace?
Now.
He's a professor.
Fiore DeRosa, incorrigible lady killer, and holder of the Red Mage Asterisk.
Isn't he?
Former leader of the Blood Rose Legion. His crimes against woman, nation, and good taste were laid bare by Idia and her friends. Known as Old Dread, this lascivious lech sees his romantic conquests as little more than objects to be manipulated for his own gain. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Hey, you show some respect, you hear? That's Mr. DeRosa.
Huh? Mr. DeRosa?
Let us find somewhere to dine, shall we? And please, don't look so scary. I won't run. It's the truth, I assure you. I was borrowing the Academy's libraries and archives, and the next thing I know, I'm part of the faculty.
Oh, he was stealing from them.
Adjunct professor?
That's
You're not even an alumnus.
Well, it's not as if I'm some ignorant buffoon. I've already assisted a number of my colleagues.
I don't believe a word of it. One more El Campa noodles! Make it a large!
Oh, idiot! You're getting soup everywhere!
In any case, they were most impressed by my new thesis on somnial energy.
C'est bon. So creamy and rich. Cook, seconds for me too. If that's all right.
But of course, food is cheap here in the students' quarter. Dine to your heart's content. Couldn't they go easy on the red pepper? So, what's somnial energy?
Why, none other than the ultimate energy source. We've been trying to crack its secrets for quite some time. It doesn't pollute the air like fossil fuels, and unlike crystals, there's no danger of it running out of control.
In theory, at least.
Once refined, it emits a fixed quantity of energy. It's easy to control, and mass production is a cinch.
Again, in theory. During refining, the energy is highly unstable. The slightest error could trigger a reaction powerful enough to destroy an entire city. No explanation of somnial energy is complete without mentioning that particular point.
In theory.
So, assuming you can generate this somnial energy, what's your scheme this time?
You know, of course, that nearly every war is fought over food or natural resources.
Okay, so somnial... that term refers to sleep. I'm kind of thinking that it has something to do with the way that we get more SP.
But what if we could harness somnial energy? What would happen then? Imagine an everlasting source of energy, more powerful and stable than the crystals. If such a thing came to reality, why, there would be no more need for war. Mankind would know a new age of peace, one of harmony and stability undreamt of by any Templar or religious order.
That sounds just peachy, but what exactly do you get out of all this?
The pursuit of knowledge. My curiosity has been aroused. For over a year, I have immersed myself in my studies. The experience has changed me. I am a more thoughtful man than I once was.
This is skirt-chasing old Red I'm talking to, right? Do you have a fever or something?
By the way, what were you two talking about earlier? It seemed awfully serious.
Harnessing somnial energy isn't easy. The biggest challenge is the refining process. We need fresh water and lots of it to keep everything stable. This is a desert nation, though, and water is scarce.
Sounds kind of like, nuclear power when you say it that way.
No doubt other realms are more fortunate, but here in our campus...
Lately, I've started to lose heart. Mr. DeRosa was trying to lift my spirits.
Oh, look at the time. I'll be late for the lecture on Harena folklore. Care to join me?
Sure, why not?
Allow me. It's my treat.
I don't think so. We'll pay our own way, thank you very much. You've got it covered, right you?
Huh? Well, why me?
Anyway, long story short, to develop this wonder energy, they need water. And lots of it.
And so, in a very real sense, it was the wellspring gem that allowed the Harena dynasty to grow and indeed prosper. Further illustrated in the desertification of the continent and the loss of this ancient treasure, spelling the dynasties. Oh, there's the bell. We'll pick up where we left off next time.
I checked the archives and found quite a bit of information. I don't think the wellspring gem is just a legend. It's definitely real.
Yeah, we just heard the same thing in the lecture.
I can't eat another slurp. Well, maybe one more bowl. And... make it a large.
Good grief. Anyway, it seems we need to head to the western reaches of the desert. I'll mark the spot on the map.
Harena ruins. The Prime Minister's ancestors.
Hey, Harena Ruins, we've been there before.
Go west, beyond the oasis, and tell Jackal he needs to know.
Now listen, if you want to be a real bandit, you gotta follow the rules. No exceptions.
Right, boss.
Rule number 1, don't steal from anyone weaker than you. Rule number 2, don't steal from anyone poorer than you. Rule number 3, no stealing from people who are crying. Rule number 4, steal people's stuff, but not their dignity. Huh? We'll finish this later. Go on, scram!
Quite the impassioned lecture. Training the next generation?
Well, yeah, that's right. The desert's a tough place. They need to learn how to survive.
Well, look at you, Mr. Nice Guy.
Shut up! What do you know? And why are you here anyway?
We've been researching the Wellspring Gem in Alcampus, and we found out some things.
You did you?
Yes, like for one, it almost certainly exists. See, all these historical records specifically mention it.
Right. And a lot of them mention that place to the west. You know, where you had your hideout. The something ruins?
Harena ruins.
Do you have any clues?
You're asking me? We cleaned that place out pretty good. I don't, Wait. Oh yeah. Way in the back, we found a tunnel that seemed to lead further in. It looked ready to collapse, and we didn't see nothing good, so we just blocked it off. Not worth the trouble, you know? Look around the big chair in the hideout.
Thieves' den, big chair. Got it.
What is it, you?
It's just Professor DeRosa and the Jackal. I could swear that I've met them before. I just can't remember when or where.
From the
Are
demo.
you sure? Both of them?
Maybe you ran into them when you were studying at our campus.
I don't know about that. Jackal was busy causing trouble here. And you graduated long before DeRosa joined the faculty.
Right. It's just so strange. Men of such noble spirit should have made a strong impression on me, so why can't I recall them more clearly?
Noble spirit, eh?
Well, yes. The Jackal selflessly helps the people of the desert, protecting them from peril.
Well, he's being paid
While
for
DeRosa
it.
devotes his life to seeking a new energy source that will bring lasting peace and prosperity. I mean, what could be more noble than that?
You're right, but they did seem a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for that. Jackal may be head of desert security now, but back in the day he was the leader of a notorious bandit gang. He attacked innocent people who came to the oasis for water and stripped them of all their money.
What? A bandit leader? But he's barely older than me.
I know, right? But he lived on the streets and had to grow up fast.
What about the guy in red? What's his story? He was even worse. He manipulated the hearts of women to bring down an entire country. I still can't believe that conniving old lech is trying to solve Luxemdark's energy crisis.
Yeah, I know that people can change, but I have a hard time buying the new versions of those two.
Mais je suis impressionnée. You have such interesting friends. But I'm worried there's going to be trouble if they're both seeking the same relic.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after what you just told us. It reminds me of the hooligans who used to lurk in the back alleys of our campus.
Yeah, those two definitely fit the bill.
Right. Just like the crooks I used to chase down in the back alleys of Eternia.
Did those hooligans in our campus ever hurt you?
Yes, but I always got them back. Or, well, Jan did.
So this is the chair, right? There must be a button or switch or... something.
Idia, are you sure it's smart to yank on it like that? It could be a trap.
What about this sword?
It moved!
Look! Steps! See? As soon as I saw it, I thought, I bet it's a sword!
Anyway, shall we go?
Someone is stalking us. Oh boy. This is the Forgotten Halls.
So this is the Wellspring Gem. If we put it back on the dais...
What do you know? So that's what happened.
Oh, the Jackal.
see. If we put the wellspring gem back in its place on the dais, that should do it. It'll start producing water again, filling this chamber, then flowing through the underground channels.
Yes. The oases will grow green again, and the wells of Ansheim will be replenished.
Who's there?
Eureka! The wellspring gem. The key to producing safe, stable somnial energy. So it was worth it after all, to brave the desert sands and follow you to these ruins. Now, if you'd kindly hand over the gem.
Give you the gem? Are you out of your mind, you red bozo? Don't you get it? The oases are dying. We gotta put the wellspring gem back on its dais.
We need do no such thing. I believe I've already explained matters to the Grand Marshal's daughter and her friends, have I not?
No one's explained nothing to me! What the heck is going on?
I fear the details would be beyond your comprehension. Now, run along, won't you? After you give up the gem, of course.
Don't you get it? The people need water! And soon!
Very well then. How about this? Let's have the desert dwellers move. To Florum, for example. There's more than enough water there.
What? That's impossible!
Impossible? I think not, my friend. With somnial energy, everything is possible. Once we've harnessed it, people across the land will have access to riches and resources beyond anything imagined. You and your desert friends could live in the finest mansions in Florum, or anywhere you desire. It would be no exaggeration to say that all the problems of this nation would be solved in one fell swoop. Of course, there is the chance we might blow up an entire city. No risk, no reward, as they say.
Are you flippin' nuts? You're gonna gamble our water on something that dangerous? Why've we gotta suffer for your cockamamie scheme?
For the future of Luxembourg, and the future of all mankind.
What if someone were to make a weapon out of this energy? Something that could kill us all?
An astute question, from an astute pupil. Worry not, I have already considered that very point. To that end, I would share the knowledge with everyone in the entire world that no nation would dare turn the power against another.
This is basically nuclear
A
energy.
playground spat, a quarrel between neighbors, a war between nations, they are much the same. The greatest harm is always done when one side is much stronger than the other. When the balance of power is preserved, however, no one dares make the first strike. Somnial energy, the energy of our dreams, will usher us into a new era of peace everlasting.
Where'd you come up with that baloney? Wait a minute. You're that yutz the chairman was talking about. Like heck if I'm gonna hand the gem over to some decrepit con artist. It stays here in the desert, where it belongs.
No, the wellspring gem belongs to all humankind. I'll not see it wasted on sand-for-brains wretches clinging to a life they should have abandoned long ago.
Hey, you lot! Don't just stand there. Tell this madman what the deal is. We came here to bring water back to the people who need it most. Right? Come on, tell him!
Idia, as daughter of the Grand Marshal, I know you will not be swayed by crude emotion. You understand that I do what I do for the future of this world. Join me, and we will silence the Jackal.
Oh, you want a piece of me, old man?
Why, you insolent little...
What should we do?
We have to help the desert folk, right? We can't just let them die of thirst.
And yet, this red fellow has a point as well.
I know. He's trying to help people too. And what he's saying makes a lot of sense. My master once taught me something similar. He said, conflict is sooner halted by the sight of a bloody sword at your side.
Do we protect the desert oases and fight Red Mage DeRosa?
Or do we fight the bandit Jackal in hopes of harnessing somnial energy?
Our choices are clear. But which is the right one?
The right one is the one that gets me the Thief Asterisk as soon as possible.
What's this? You dare to stand in the way of progress?
That's, okay. Defeat DeRosa and you'll obtain the Red Mage Asterisk. Note that you will not receive the Thief Asterisk. Choose wisely. Red Mage. Cast black and white magic up to level 4. Handle both attack and defense in the early stages, with tactical support abilities to boot. Thief. An expert at stealing items. A speedy combatant who shines in the early stages when cash is hard to come by. Yes, these are both good if you are, early in the game. Talk about tough decision.
That's more like it. Analyze the data at hand before you jump to any conclusions.
The cash is hard to come by thing is more what I'm thinking about right now.
Freaking heck! You're just gonna abandon people in need? Leave them to their fate?
No, I just want your asterisk.
Over my dead body. You try to take the gem from here, you're gonna be eating my steel!
Defeat the Jackal and you'll obtain the Thief Asterisk. Note that you will not receive the Red Mage Asterisk. Choose wisely. You're going down, Jackal.
Cripes! And you call yourself heroes? Puh! Come on out, you goons! And here I was doing honest work for a change. I should have seen the double-cross coming. The Jackal's looking out for more than himself now! And we're gonna steal back what's ours!
Desert Vigilante and the Jackal. Weak to nothing. Weak to lightning. Let's not sell throw a unique weapon. is, I guess. Lightning mist. Lightning ball. Nice. I love the mist in the wall. This is fantastic. Okay. Okay, one person left with no Holy Knight. Oh, I can just attack. Yeah, he doesn't have enough health left for me to bother with that.
Some heroes, you chumps are.
I got 7 potions. And the Thief Asterisk. Thief, an expert at stealing items. High agility, can act early in a turn. Favors daggers. Specialty, rob blind. Job command, thievery.
The oasis must have almost run dry by now.
I'm afraid so. You look busy. I take it they approved your research project?
Yes, thanks to you. We're ordering the latest equipment and recruiting new students to join the research team.
And Professor DeRosa is off on a globe-trotting lecture tour, right?
Yes, exactly. You wouldn't believe how quickly things are moving.
Listen,
He's explaining how the new energy will be a deterrent to war, how we're gonna develop a whole new energy policy, and...
Just shut up for a second!
Huh?
When DeRosa gets back, I want you to tell him something important. And I want you to remember this too. Your precious research is only possible because we took water away from the people in the desert. Sharing your ideals is all well and good, as is your dream to build a future without war. But never ever forget that real people are suffering in the here and now for the sake of your research, and that your dream is built on their sacrifice.
Right. I won't forget. And I promise you, I won't give up until we succeed.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know the old red creep is relying on you to help make this dream a reality. And us too. We're looking forward to seeing this future of yours.
When we come back next time, I will move forward on the actual story item that we're supposed to be doing. But at least now we have a new job. I'm also going to assign that, but only when we come back next time. Between now and then, I'm going to be doing some more Chompworks stuff. And so when we come back next time, I'll show off what progress I've made there. At any rate, that's going to be all for today. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.